There's the original album that I purchased in 1969. Amazing and wonderful. And here's the 50th anniversary edition, published just a few days ago, dated 2019.
Hello again. In my last video, which was not very long ago, but maybe last week, I said I make videos when I feel enthusiastic about something. But this one is slightly different. Yes, I am still enthusiastic, but this time I am happy and excited. And you could put this down as a happiness video. I think we all need happiness at some time, don't we, during our lives? Anyway, this is one of those rare occasions where the day started off really, really well, and then on the news I heard that just a few days ago they had released Abbey Road again by the Beatles as a 50th anniversary edition. So my mind went reeling back 50 years ago when I was 24 years old, and I bought my first edition of, my only edition of Abbey Road. And here it is here, 1969. And I think I paid at the time about £2.50 for it, which at that time was a considerable amount of money from the low wage that I was earning as an apprentice. Or no, I had finished my apprenticeship by then, but as a low wage I was earning. So I paid just that much money for it, which was very little. Now, looking at the serial number of this album on eBay, it's now fetching between £40 and £60. So that wasn't a bad investment, really, for all those years ago. Anyway, why am I excited and why am I happy? Well, as I said, I heard that they had released a 50-year edition, which is the Beatles marking the 50th anniversary edition, and this is it. And it's only just been released in 2019, and it's Abbey Road, the Beatles, and it has a little bit of enhancement on some of the tracks, a new mix by Giles Martin and Sam Okell on some of the end tracks on here. So immediately I rushed out to buy it. Now this time it didn't cost me £2.50, it cost me £24.99. So there's inflation for you, but £24.99, still cheaper than this one is now worth. So that's what's making me happy today, and unfortunately, because of copyright, and I totally agree with copyright rules, I can't play any of it. But I'm sure if you go on YouTube or some other channels, you can download bits of it to listen to. So this is what makes me happy today: the new and as yet unopened anniversary edition of Abbey Road. Now, Abbey Road was technically the last LP the Beatles made together. They made it at Abbey Road Studios, they made it at other studios as well, but principally Abbey Road. And it's remembered mostly because of the iconic picture on the back, which is Abbey Road. And just a few days ago, people from all over the world came to congregate here and reenact the crossing of the road by the Beatles at Abbey Road. Now, I say it's their last album. However, after it, they did release this one, which is Let It Be. However, Let It Be was actually recorded before Abbey Road, and because of internal disputes, it wasn't released until after this album. However, Abbey Road, the anniversary edition, there it is. It's one of my favourite albums of the Beatles, I think. It wasn't initially, but it's one of those albums that actually grows on you. And George Harrison, wonderful song on there, Something, and it was actually, I think it was Frank Sinatra who said it was the greatest love song ever written. Golden Slumbers, Mr. Sun King, Mean Mr. Mustard, Polythene Pam, She Came In Through the Bathroom Window. Now I believe that She Came In Through the Bathroom Window was written about the fans at that time that were besieging Abbey Road, and one of the girls managed to get in through the bathroom window at Abbey Road Studios and stole some memorabilia. So that song is written about her. Octopus's Garden was when one of the Beatles was sailing, and he was told that octopuses collect stones and make pictures of them on the seabed. So Octopus's Garden is about that. It is a very iconic and wonderful album. Wish I could play some of it to you. Just encourage you, if you have the old edition, go out and grab it and put it on again. It's absolutely wonderful. And if you haven't got the old edition, rush down to your local record store or buy online. Preferably go to your record store, because they need supporting, and buy the anniversary edition. Now there are other copies of this. There's a deluxe edition with a book and various other things about it. And there's a super deluxe edition, I believe, but that cost about 90 quid. So couldn't really afford that today, but I could afford the £25. So really, really pleased I bought this record. Of course, my Beatles collection doesn't end there. I've got, in fact, all the Beatles, most of them in mono editions. Obviously the iconic Sgt. Pepper, Hard Day's Night, With the Beatles, all sorts of Beatles oldies, and their first album, Please Please Me, The Beatles, with Love Me Do and 12 other songs. I'm not going to go through them all, the pile is quite extensive here. Not forgetting the White Album. Oh dear, there's so many of them. You could have a whole evening just listening to Beatles music and never ever be bored. Well, I don't think I've got anything else to say. I made some notes before I started this video. Yes, $2.25, now worth about £40. Oh, just one other interesting fact. Come Together Now, which is a track on the video on the album, was banned by the BBC in 1969 because if you listen to it, it mentions Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola and any other advertising was strictly banned by the BBC. So they banned that song. You could never hear Come Together Now on the BBC, which is no big loss really, because you can put it on your deck and listen to it as many times as you want. I'm sure it wouldn't influence you one way or the other. But those were the times. Anyway, I think that's about it from me now. I am going in a minute to open this. Although, shall I open it now? Shall I open it actually while I'm making this video? And have a look at the record itself? I think I might just do that. So here we go. I'm going to open this record. I think I can just slice down through the cover and withdraw the album. One side is white and the other side is in the apple green. So let's take it out and have a look at this. Carefully handling it, and this one is dated 2019, and wow, there it is, an amazing record. Whereas my other one is dated 1969. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you get to listen to some of the tracks on this, because they are absolutely amazing, and on their own maybe they're great, but when they're put onto combined together on this particular album, they're absolutely superb. It's just a whole entity in itself. Hope you enjoy listening to it. I'm going to say good night now. I'm going to make it a happy good night, because I'm going to have some more wine. And I'm going to put the album on. I'm going to dim the lights a little bit and enjoy. Not only enjoy the present, but bring back wonderful memories from 50 years ago. Thank you for listening, and as always, take care. Sorry, it's a little reprise from me again. Just to say that one other thing that makes me very happy is that the original Abbey Road entered the album charts in 1969, and today, in 2019, this Abbey Road, the Beatles, is now #1 in the album charts. October 2019. Thought you might like to know that. You probably already did, but it just makes me happy again. As always, take care. See you soon.